What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video is going to be a read Reddit story, as you can tell by the title. It's a no sleep read on Reddit, so it's basically scary stories on my phone from Reddit. But yeah, I know I haven't been back on YouTube for a while, but I just got me a new camera, a Canon M50, and I'm kind of like weirded out talking to the camera because I haven't been here in a while. And you guys can see I have a new setup. I have two lights right here and like this little tripod thing setting up my camera. But yeah, and my hair might still look a little white because I did it before this video, that way it could look semi-decent. So yeah, but it's weird because I haven't filmed in a while. But yeah, let's get into the video because I don't want to make the intro too long. So yeah, okay, so the first story is called A True Story About My Imaginary Friend Called Sunny. Yeah, okay, so it says, I have probably heard this story a million times and probably told it in equal measure. It's a story about me, but it's not my story, it's my aunt's story. I myself have vague memories of this happening. I would have been about 6 at the time. I remember a dream. I remember having an imaginary friend called Sunny, but that's about it. My aunt Maru, I hope I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. My aunt Maru, who wasn't my aunt by blood, she was married to my Uncle John, who was my father's oldest brother. Every Sunday, she would go to the graveyard to put fresh flowers on the grave of her own mother and father. So the aunt, mother, and father died. Okay. So one Sunday, she decided to bring me along with her to help her out. As she was cleaning the grave, I turned to her and asked her if Sunny was buried here. Okay, that's weird. These are her words, by the way. She said she dropped whatever she had in her hand from shock. She asked who Sunny was, and I told her it was my friend who I dreamt about. She asked me what did he look like. I told her it's a boy in a gray suit who carried a brown book with him. Then she asked me about the dreams. I told her I was here in the graveyard and someone was being buried. The boy in the gray suit was sitting next to me holding his brown book. I turned and asked him who was getting buried. He turned to me and said that he was being buried and that his name was Sunny. Then I would wake up. Okay, that's weird. I mean, they say a lot of kids, well, most people believe that kids can see ghosts, so I mean, it is what it is. Maybe he's seeing a ghost, maybe he didn't, we don't know. Well, not a ghost, imaginary friend, his imaginary friend, but it could have been a ghost in his dream. So it turned out Sunny was my grandfather's older brother who had died when he was 12 in a swimming accident when they were on holiday in a place called Killer. Wow. I feel like drowning is the worst way to die because, I don't know, I just wouldn't want to drown. That's all, like, be safe. If you ever go swimming, do not go by yourself because you never know what's going to happen. So, yeah. But it says, Kiliki is a seaside town in Clare Island. Beautiful place. Now that, sorry if I'm pronouncing the name of the thing wrong. It's spelled weird. I might put it up right here of how it's spelled, but I don't know how to pronounce it. It says, now the thing about it was Sunny was never talked about. So he never heard about Sunny when he was a kid, so that's why they like shocked because they're like, how you know about him if we never told you? You get it? You get it. Okay, so then it says, Nobody would have ever met him because my grandfather was very young himself when it happened. It says, it wasn't a shameful secret or anything. It was just one of the things obviously he wouldn't have been able to mention, but long before I was ever born. So basically saying nobody just brings it up, you know, because it happened way back then, I guess. That's still kind of weird because it is what it is. It says, the strangest part of this whole story was the fact that the gray suit and the brown book was exactly what he was buried in. I knew it. I knew they was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that because I'm like, it's the reason why he keeps in what he's in. But let me guys know what you think about that story. I just, like, cycling through my head is just like, what was the reason that you're visiting him? Were you trying to tell him something, or was it just like a goodbye, or just spend time with him? So yeah, I probably just want to know the reason why his grandfather visited him, or whatever it was that was visiting him in his dreams. So yeah. The next one is called Don't Mess with Demon Related Rituals. I haven't read any of these stories, by the way, so, and I don't know how long I'm gonna make this video. I'm gonna try to make it at least 10 minutes long, or 15, but I don't know. And I don't have trouble editing this, but hopefully I'm not talking fast. But let's get into the next story. Hi everyone. This whole event took place 2 years ago. I used to work in a small warehouse for a short while. It paid horribly, but it paid. I really wanted to earn some money during the summer. I get you. Like all of my friends did, one of them friends said actually worked there with me. So she worked at the place with her friend. She worded that weird. It says she was the one to tell me about it in the first place. Okay, so she got the job from her friend. Okay, well, got told about the job from her friend. We have known each other for a long time, since we were kids actually, and ever since we were kids we enjoyed trying out the diverse rituals we found on the internet. No, y'all weird, cause like, no offense, but who tries out rituals? I mean, like Charlie and all that, but y'all into some demonic stuff, even though Charlie is too, but it is what it is. It says some creepier than others, some more dangerous than others, but to us it didn't matter. Something about the rush of adrenaline it gave us made us crazy about them. No, you see right there, like, you shouldn't be getting a kick out of that. It says, we never doubted that these rituals were real. We went into every single one expecting to actually talk to a ghost, for example. They never worked, no matter how hard we tried, no matter how passionate we were, they never worked. Anyways, the older we got, the more we forgot about them. Plus, after a while, always failing, got frustrated. And I suppose we kind of grew out of the phase. I remember the last time I told her about a new and creepy ritual that I had found on some shady website. It was called the Man of the Rats ritual. No. We didn't try this one since we were both too occupied with school, and after a while we just forgot about it. It was a usual morning at work. My tongue isn't working. It says, what I would now describe as the worst day of my life started out as a usual morning at work. We both checked in and began to work on our duties of the day. Lydia, that was her name, by the way, the friend, her name was Lydia. It says, wasn't in a good mood. I noticed that right off the bat. Maybe it was about her mom, maybe her brother. I didn't know. For her own safety, I didn't bother asking. It didn't take long for me to upset her. Why do you take the West Block assignment? You know I called dibs on it yesterday. She said, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll let you have it tomorrow. She said, no. Her friend said, no. Tomorrow, I have that stupid meeting with Ben. I won't have time. She was getting angrier and angrier. Then the more I tried to defend myself, I knew this battle was lost from the get-go. So I quickly fled the scene. And the warehouse was a small chamber that consisted of 2 small rooms connected with a doorway, missing a door. It says it was a storage space for a few forgotten crates. Okay, I would say, why is it built so weird? And it just so happened that on that day I needed to go in there and move some crates. I was standing in the doorway when I heard the door shut behind me with a loud bang and it being locked from the outside. A bit of light emerged from under the door. I rushed towards it, trying to open it back up. But to no avail, I shouted. So she shouted, Lydia, what the heck is going on? Let me out. Lydia said, forget it. You know I needed that assignment. And then she said, no, I didn't, I swear. And how's locking me in here going to change anything? My attitude shifted from startled to angry. She said, I'm going to let you out, don't worry, but you have to do the men and rats were still in there alone. Some might say it was stupid to her to assume that I still knew the rules of the ritual, but of course I still did. The settings was perfect, a dark room, no windows, but not damaged in any way, blah blah blah. No, you should have called somebody. You ain't got your phone or something. And why you remember these rituals? Like, I feel like I'm not in the camera all the way, but yeah. It says, I should probably elaborate on how it worked and what it does. This ritual is basically a curse to invite a specific demon presence into your room with you. And if you convince it that you're not afraid of it, it will grant you a wish or something. It sounded easy enough, kinda stupid even. On the website it said that the ritual was invented in Germany during the plague. Hence the name, the Man of the Rats ritual. It was the start of a weird cult, but nothing ever came out of it. So, it was part of a cult, but you're still doing it. No. See, this is where I messed up on. I keep trying to do the rituals. You should just call somebody to come help you get out that basement, because your friend doing too much. Locked me in there to make you do the basement. Now, I still believe the ritual to be real, but years of failure taught me to not get my hopes up too high. I get it. It says, besides, I just wanted to get out of that stupid chamber, so I had a let's just get this over with kind of mentality. I don't know why it took me so long to read that. I be feeling like kind of slow. That's why I don't be wanting to do these videos, because I feel like when I'm reading for y'all, like I be sounding kind of slow, if you get my drift or not. And I need to get a better background. I might add some stuff, but I know the lights are like really bright. But next month I'm supposed to be redoing my room, so yeah. But let's get back into the story. So she said, so I began. I got down on my knees in the second room since it was further away from the door, and I prepared myself for what I was possibly about to occur. That sounds weird when I'm saying it. Okay. It says, I started saying the words, man. I'm not finna say that. I'll put it up for the screen, but I'm not finna say it. It said, which could be translated to appear man of rats. At least that's what the website said. I spoke the words 3 times loud and clear. Nothing happened at first, but I waited patiently. Maybe my German was too broken. I almost lost faith when I noticed something. No. You should have been lost faith. She's like, none of this is gonna happen. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna get out this room. But I feel like she low-key wanted something to happen. So it says, I know it sounds cliche, but it got cold in the room, and even though from the inside of the chamber you couldn't really hear the commotion from outside anyway, I just knew I was in some different place. I got an incredible sense of impending doom. Those are necessary signs that it worked, but today I think that's when I knew it worked. Suddenly I lost all my courage. I was extremely nervous and afraid. And that's when I noticed the holes in the floor. Holes in the floor, wow. It says not just the floor actually, but the walls too. The entire chamber seemed to rot in. It worked. Now I knew for sure that this was indeed real and that I needed to be careful. Every step had to be done correctly. Yeah, because it seems like if she gets scared or she shows fear, she loses. So the whole point of this thing is for her not to be afraid. So yeah. It says, but I didn't even manage to follow the main rule, don't be afraid. Wow. That's when I noticed the presence that was in the room with me. I couldn't see it. It was too dark, but I felt it. I kept down my head, but I felt it. It stood in the doorway looking down on me, and I felt the gaze. I felt its gaze in my nape. Don't know how to say that either. I should just stop the video. I'm not getting none of the words right. Like, oh my god. It says, I was shaking, wanting to throw up. I never saw it, but I can still describe it, sort of. You can imagine it was an ugly human rat hybrid, but it was huge, at least 7 feet. I don't want to elaborate more. No. How you know what 7 feet or about 7 feet? You felt that? Wow. I would have looked up. I would look up. I was like, what do you look like? You know? I was just like, ooh, I messed up. I wouldn't even been in that situation in the first place. No. It said, it got closer. I could hear his heavy steps on the rotten carpet. A single tear ran down my cheek and dripped on the floor. Oh, a single tear. I said tear. Oh my God. How did I say tear and not tear, not tear? Whatever. It says a single tear ran down my cheek and dripped on the floor. As soon as it hit the floor, the man of rats got down to me in an instant, breathing against my hair. No. I had to end the ritual. By some miracle, it didn't kill me yet. I disobeyed the most important rule, but trying to end it now was the only thing on my mind. When I got up again, I stammered out the words. I'm not saying those words, but I'm probably going to try to put them across the screen somewhere, because I'm not saying them. It says, which apparently means, leave now, man of rats. But that was a mistake. It started breathing heavily, and I sensed it rage. Calm down, please, she said. I was just improvising at this point, despite not even speaking German. I begged it to leave me. I was sure I was going to die. Seconds before I actually did, Lydia threw open the door. It must have been a pathetic sight. I was laying on the floor, crying hysterically. Everything went back to normal. No holes on the floor or the walls. No demon about to slaughter me. Okay. So I guess when the friend Lydia walked in, when she opened the door, everything went away. And I wonder if the friend Lydia heard it out there. Like, did she hear everything that was happening? Did she sense it too? I don't know. It says, it took a lot of therapy and I still haven't quite recovered from the trauma, but I'm mostly better now. Other than Lydia, no one believes me, of course. They brushed it off as some episode I had, but it doesn't matter. I got my therapy and now I'm okay. So that's the best thing. You don't care. You got your therapy, and yeah, that's all that matters. It don't matter what nobody else thinks. You got your therapy and everything went out. You didn't die, so that's a plus. But yeah, it says, what I really struggle with is the sense of impending doom. It never went away. Whenever I go to sleep, I feel like it's gonna happen again soon. There should be a part 2 to this, because it was good, but it shouldn't be a part 2, but I want a part 2. But yeah, that's it for this video. I will give my thoughts on this story. I feel like it was good, and I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't believe her story, but I do, because it seemed like she actually had to go to therapy and had the trauma. But yeah, comment down below how you guys like this video. And it's been about 20 minutes. That's pretty long. I don't know how many of you guys are gonna get through this video. And I just got done like 2 days ago. Not just got done, but you know, recently just got done with helping my sister make her YouTube channel. And I will have her link in the description down below, so you guys can go watch her video. And I don't know when this video is going to be going out, because I still haven't got my computer yet, which I'm going to be editing on. But make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below the word Zoom if you made it to the end of the video, because that's how I know you made it through. Because I need my watch minutes so I can get I forgot what it's called, monetized, yes, so I can be able to make money on YouTube. But don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to share this video, you can share this video, because you know I haven't been back in a while. But yeah, I guess this is it. Peace.